So our next speaker is Tempa Gyaltsen Zalha, who is Head of Environment and Development at the Tibetan Policy Institute in India. And Tempa is going to speak about the importance of the Tibetan Plateau and the threats to its security and the risks that if climate change and damage to the Tibetan Plateau isn't stopped, that the repercussions are absolutely enormous. So we'll hear from Tempa now.
I want to thank the organizers for bringing together such a highly dedicated group of environmentalists for this panel discussion. We in Tibet also facing similar form of water crisis, primarily due to climate change and also partly due to increased resource extraction, increased construction of dams, increased urbanization. As an environmentalist myself, I have attended many UN climate summits as well as other international environment conferences to highlight the global ecological importance of the Tibet Plateau and also highlight the current environmental situation in Tibet. Now, why is it so important to talk about the ecological importance of the Tibet Plateau? It is important because the Tibet Plateau is the roof of the world, the water tower of Asia, and the third pole. Now, why is Tibetan Plateau is called the roof of the world? Tibet Plateau has an area of 2.5 million square kilometers, which means it occupies almost 2% of Earth's land surface, and that makes Tibet the 10th largest country by size. And also, the Tibet Plateau stands at an average elevation of more than 4,000 meters above sea level, which makes the Tibet Plateau the highest and largest plateau on Earth. Now, because of its high elevation and massive surface area, the Tibet Plateau is also home to 46,000 glaciers, which again makes it the third largest concentration of ice after North Pole and South Pole. Now, when the glaciers on the North Pole and South Pole, when they melt into the oceans. But the glaciers present on the Tibet Plateau, when they melt to become rivers across Asia. Now, because of the massive concentration of ice on the plateau, the Tibet Plateau is called the third pole. Now, from this third pole, almost all of major Asian rivers originate and sustain 1.8 billion people directly and 40% of world population indirectly supported by the rivers coming from Tibet. Now, if you travel any part of Asia, you are never far from Tibetan rivers because 10 most densely populated nations on Earth, from Pakistan, India, Thailand, Laos, and Cambodia, and also China, sustained by rivers coming from Tibet. So if anything happens to the Tibetan rivers, any damage or any pollution or any decrease in the flow of the river would affect 40% of world population. Now, from this same plateau, because again it's because of its high elevation, massive surface area, and also the large presence of glaciers, the Tibet Plateau influences climatic conditions across Asia, Europe, and North America. There are scientific papers which has firmly stated that the Tibet Plateau influences the timing and intensity of East Asian monsoon as well as Southeast Asian monsoon. And there are other scientific papers which have linked the recent increase in heat waves across Europe to loss of glaciers on the Tibet Plateau. There are other scientific findings which also have linked that the greater the snowfall on the Tibet Plateau during the winter, warmer it is in Canada. So it is clear that the Tibet Plateau influences climate conditions across Asia, Europe, and North America. So that makes the Tibet Plateau very, very important. And so this important landmass, it needs to be protected. So I would like to urge the United Nations to recognize the global ecological importance of the Tibet Plateau and make Tibet center to any global climate change discussion, because the Tibet Plateau is the solution to combat global climate crisis. This is what we need to do and what the world need to do, because the Tibet Plateau is the roof of the world, the third pole, and the water tower of Asia.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much to Tempa for recording that for us earlier.